Hey guys, good morning. It's Sunday morning. We're doing Mornings with McDaniel. We're going to do a special edition today, by the way. I'm going to be coming to you guys. I want to talk to you a little bit about um, life goals, life kind of like what are you chasing down in life, right? What are you looking for? And I really was touched this morning because I was watching a YouTube video and there was this guy named Max Fox. He came on, I think it was America's Got Talent, I believe, or London's Got Talent. One of the, Simon, Cowell, Simon, or whatever, the guy who always makes fun of people, right? He came on, and this guy, it was the middle of an audience break. And now there's debates online. I looked into this. Did this guy, was it staged, was it not staged, so on and so forth. Here's the long and the short. A guy, Max Fox, um, it was actually London's Got Talent. Yeah, with Simon Cowell. He had tried out for 16 years, I want to say. He'd been trying to get a hold or get in front of Simon Cowell. And he'd gone to interviews, he's gone to tapings, he'd went to tryouts, he'd gone to everything, right? And so he really, really, really wanted to sing. And so in the middle of the break, he kind of raised his hand. Was like, "Hey, Simon, Simon." So he raised his voice. He didn't raise his voice, but he spoke up and said Simon's name. Got the attention. Long story. And after telling Simon and the rest of the judges that it was not a fake, that he really wanted to try out, and he'd been trying his entire life to go try this. He got up on stage, and everyone's like, "Oh man, he better be good. This better work out, right?" He went up there and absolutely stinking knocked it out of the park. It was one of the best. His voice was like liquid gold. It was awesome to listen to. Now comes full circle. Why in the heck am I talking about life goals? Why am I talking about this random dude, Max Fox? What is going on with this? Here's the reason why. I was laying there at 5 something this morning and I was thinking to myself, going like, okay, life goals. This guy chased his life goals. He got the reward he was looking for in that scenario. Now the TV show won, he won, everybody won, right? So what in your life are you so passionate for that you've been chasing for 16 years? Or I think it was 16 or 19 years, one of the two. But it's been a long time, right? But you never gave up on your goals, your dreams, anything, right? What is that thing that you've actually been chasing down? Because it really goes from a dream to a plan to practice, right? You got to practice, go to proof, and then you go to confidence. Can't really get that one messed up very hard, right? It's very simple to understand. I have a dream. Great quote, right? Then you have to implement a plan of that. What is that plan going to look like? What are my life goals? First off, let's get that one written down. That might be a good place to write a plan down. Figure out life goals. Do you want to get married, have kids? Do you want to be single? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to be a billionaire? Do you want to be a surfer that chills out and sells slushies on the coast, and, in Costa Rica? What do you want? Write it down, right? Dream, plan, pretty close. Now we go into the practice mode. We're like, okay, here's a big pile of rocks or a big pile of mud. Throw it against the wall. Smack. Does it sit? Or does it stick? Or does it not stick? Did it work? Did it not work? Is what I'm saying. Okay, get back in, practice again. So we identify what our dream is. We stay, high and tight to our dream. Then we put our plan together. Now a plan can shift, but you put a plan together. Then you go into practice, right? And practice is fun, right? Because you're learning, you're growing, and sometimes it's not so fun when you fail, but it is practice. Then you start getting the proof, baby kitten. Now, the proof is really the cool part, because once you see proof of your effort and your labor, then you're 10 times more or 100 times more engaged or more animated to go after what your original dream is. It's not what it was, it is, because it is still for front of mind, right? Now, get the proof. Okay, let's refine our plan, put it back into practice, get additional proof. Once we do that, then we move on to confidence. Now we have this thing that we have created. What does it do? Where are we going with this thing? What dream am I trying to accomplish? A lot of folks, when it comes to, life goals, it's going to be probably one of these 10 areas. It's going to be, health and physical fitness, mental health, career and business, finances, personal growth. So like reading a book or something every single day, relationships, And a couple of more. I mean, fun and creativity, you got to have that in there somewhere, right? And then last but not least, social and community. Kind of being a good person or into your area, into your community that you live in, or just your business community. Really doesn't matter. So, what life goal are you trying to achieve? What's something that you're really passionate about that maybe you haven't really thought about or you didn't put into action? You want to put into action, be kind of missing a step here and there, right? I know for a fact I was having a crummy day the other day and I was just bitching. And who did I bitch at? Well, AI. Why? Because they just listen. That's what they're built to do. Did it give me any resolve? No. Did I? But I did get clarity. So I talked about my dream that I want to do, right? And then, well, Chat and and Claude decided to come up with a plan. Now my next phase is putting it into practice and talking to this organization and kind of refining everything down and getting the proof after I've gotten my practice in. My practice reps, who do I call? How do I talk? How do I make this work? How do I make this financially viable? Once I get the proof, boom. Now I have my confidence. Now I'm going to full-fledged action. And so for me, for life goals and life dreams, I mean, the day of this recording, I believe it's Easter Sunday, I want to say. It's a religious day. But a lot of folks are going to be, spending time with friends and family coming up. And, I want you guys to sit down and, some what they say is when it comes to life plans and goals, generally don't talk about them, just do them and then let all your success be evidence in the proof in the pudding, right? But what is your dream? What is your goal? What is your life plan? Are you going to be Max Fox? Are you going to be persistent enough for 16 years or 19 years? I keep getting that math wrong one way or the other. But what are you going to be that definite? Are you going to be that devoted to that goal? If you are, knuckles, love it. Rock on, kick booty, take names. If you're not going to be that devoted, do something for me. Reevaluate what is truly your passion in life. What are your true goals in life? Don't tell me what your neighbor, your father, your mom, your sister, your kitten, your goldfish, your best friend, your coworker, whoever, your therapist told you your goals are. Figure them the blank out yourself and get on track for what truly makes you shine, not just what you think our other people are going to say, hey, atta boy, atta girl, way to go. Nobody gives a shit because they're not true to you. Once you become true to you, you're going to light up like a Roman candle on 4th of July. It's going to be awesome sauce, but you have to be willing to commit. Please do it. And I'm going to end on this one. I'm asking you to please commit to chasing your life goal for one selfish reason. Because when you become better, I become better, the world becomes better because we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing. So go out, be amazing, get that stuff squared away when it comes to, everything with a life goal. Remember, we have our dream, high in the clouds, love it. Then we get a plan put together. Then we go out there and we practice and we get the proof, and then we have our confidence. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. And then on the clips, give me a like, subscribe, and follow. Give me a comment. I'd love to hear back from everybody. Have a blessed Sunday. And I cannot wait to hear what your true life goals and dreams are. Please share. Until then, boom, peace. Love you guys. Bye.